Hey guys, this is Catherine and this is Little Bits of Heaven Homestead. Welcome to my homestead where everything we do is a little bit of heaven. So today I am inside my greenhouse and I've got to be locked up in here because not only have my chickens discovered that I'm outside, but so have my not inside cats, and they all want to join me, so you may see them milling around trying to figure out how to get inside. So today I am starting the summer garden. And I know that sounds kind of insane for those of you who aren't regular homesteaders and you're just brand new and exploring this. You have to think way ahead as far as gardening goes. Hello, 1 Acre Under God Homestead. Hello, Shannon. Welcome. So I know February sounds crazy to be starting summer garden seeds. And in fact, my garden outside, it looks like it's dead of winter. Everything is barren. It is empty. Hello, Kicking It with Karen. Welcome. So, and even me, it's hard for me to wrap my head around the fact that it's time to start my summer seeds. But when I don't do it now, I am behind the gun. Hello, Moonchild Farm. Welcome. And so I've regretted it every single year that I have not planted by the middle of February. And specifically, and this is the New Mexican in me, I have got to have my peppers and my tomatoes. So I'll step aside here. You guys can see I do have stuff growing here in my greenhouse. These are my winter garden. Hey Carl. So he says, I love the thought of spring and starting seeds for the garden. Me too. Hello, North Star Prepsteader. Welcome. So let me get my head here. Peppers are an absolute must. So, and I wanted to show you guys my ghetto fabulous organization as far as seeds go. I've tried different methods. I used to keep all my stuff in one big shoebox. It was a mess. I tried different, I was using like strawberry, raspberry containers that you get from the grocery store and organizing them by seed types. And I kind of struggle on the organization end. I always want to grab things out, and I come out to the garden and then I don't necessarily always come and put them back. So 1 Acre Under God Homestead says, do you have heat in your greenhouse? No. So we were down to 19 before wind chill last night. We are not extremely hot or extremely cold in my location. I like to say that we are literally on the edge of heaven. So as we're relatively comfortable all year round, although we do have some extreme temperatures one way or another, none of them are long lasting. So we tend to have 2 or 3 days over 100 in the summer. And then mid-teens over the winter. We do get some below 0 temperatures with wind chill, but we're fairly moderate, and I feel blessed about that. We're zone 7B. We are high mountain desert. I'm 6,000 foot in elevation. So, and my idea of heaven. So this is my seed organization. This is what I've come up with. And I use plastic bags. As I have friends that have used like baseball card notebooks, or so Linda says, hello, I'm new to your channel and loving it. Oh, I'm so glad you found me. Thank you. So I have friends that use like picture notebooks, like photo albums where you slip them into the individual slots. I kind of have OCD or borderline. I'm definitely on the anal end of things, and I would want them organized either by seed type or even possibly alphabetically. And I would get overboard as far as organizing it. I wouldn't keep up with it. And then I would do crazy things like if I brought in a new variety, I would have some weird compulsion to move everything. And my time is precious, my energy is limited, and so I want to make things as sloppy and as easy and as simple as possible. And so this method has been working for me. I label them like this is my peppers. And there's no real rhyme or reason into how they're stuffed in here. I have hot peppers in the front, sweet peppers in the back. I tend to prefer hot peppers over sweet peppers. There's not much in my book that is too hot. So I haven't tried like ghost peppers or anything, but I do like them hot. So you will see that most of my seeds are from my friend Mary. Mary's Heirloom Seeds. I do have a link, I think it's below, up above. I have no idea where my links are, but wherever you find links, I do have a link to her. She is an affiliate of ours, but only because I absolutely love her. I've got Julie from Dirt Patch Heaven hooked on Mary's seeds. She was talking to me just this morning about how excited she is about the absolutely fabulous germination rates on Mary's seeds. And you could not find a nicer lady. She has actually hunted down seeds for me that I've requested, and in the couple years I've been dealing with her, her seed supply has more than doubled. she is fabulous. So there's my quick sales pitch for Mary. If you're looking for a quality heirloom seed source, she is it. She's small, mom and pop, like literally it's her and her husband, and they are just great people. So you'll see I've got her seeds scattered throughout, and she takes good care of her customers. So today I am planting peppers and tomatoes, like I said, and I wanted to show you my seed starting system here. I've had the same system for, I started my first garden in 2008, so this is about 11 years in, and let me grab it. So if I can, I'll start them in the ground. And more than not, most seeds do better if you go directly in the ground. There are some seeds, like tomatoes and peppers, that are actually, they benefit from starting them and then transplanting them. So I've got this system, and I don't remember where I got it. I think it was Gardener Supply. So Ghetto Fabulous, wow, a throwback from the 90s. Oh, I am claiming my 90s roots there. I'm a 90s girl. So what this is it's styrofoam. Oh, Moonchild says, we'll check out her seeds. Thanks, you're a seedaholic. You won't be sorry. I love Mary. So go through my link too, because I get 10% of that, and that's appreciated. Little bits help our homestead, and every penny counts. So this is styrofoam, and you can see I've broken it a couple times. But this sucker is like 11 years old. And so what you do is you pack each cell here full of soil, and you want to make sure that it's packed well, because the bottom here needs to make contact with this capillary mat. And so what this does is it sucks up water from this reservoir. And then it's got this little tray that it sits on to keep it out of the water, so that it's just touching the capillary mat itself. I do have some issues with dampening off. And that is, for those of you who are not familiar, it's like this algae, slimy growth that starts on the surface of the soil that will actually kill your emerging seedlings. And even if your seedlings have made it, they don't necessarily have a great chance of surviving once you've got that really slimy film there on the surface. So anytime I start my seedlings, so what I'll do is I'll pack this in, and I'll make it look a little more attractive. So I'll pack in all my soil, and I fill up my reservoir and make sure my capillary mat is wet before I set this on. You want to make sure your soil is evenly moist, because if you try to start seeds in dry soil, or you have your dry soil and then you just sprinkle the top after you put your seeds in, you could have some dry pockets within your soil, and that could actually kill your seedling before it even gets a chance to start. So just good rule of thumb is to pack it in with some moist soil, pack it in good, make sure it has good contact with the capillary mat. And then what I do in order to prevent dampening off, and this is a trick that I think everybody should know, and it was like this huge epiphany when I discovered it. So how much is moist enough? Just evenly moist. It doesn't have to be soggy. You just want it so that it's not dry. So, hello Barbara, welcome. Okay, so my trick, and this is something to hang on to, and like I said, it was like mind-blowing epiphany when I discovered this. Cinnamon. Cinnamon is an antifungal, it's an antimicrobial, and it is probably my most used tool as far as starting seeds, that I give the most credit to as far as having a successful garden. So once you get your soil packed in here and you put your seedlings in, and you are about to put, and this is the final part of the system, a little greenhouse roof on it. And what that's going to do is just keep it warm in here and keep it nice and moist. It's literally like a little greenhouse. Yeah, cinnamon, wow, right? So so once you've got it ready to go, right before you put your cap on, I just sprinkle the entire surface with cinnamon and apply it liberally. So there is no such thing as too much cinnamon. Just sprinkle it on so that the entire surface is covered, and it's going to prevent dampening off. And not only will it prevent it, I mean, you're going to have beautiful, healthy, happy little seedlings that poke through this moist soil. And I don't know that that is necessarily needed in every seed starting system, but because mine sits on a capillary mat and it is continuously moist, this has been the key to my success. So I just wanted to share that with you. So some real quick, easy, simple things. Seed starting system. I love these suckers. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 of them. I've been using the same 4 for the last 11 years. I'll see if I can find them at Amazon. If so, I'll put them in our Amazon store, which is also linked wherever the heck these links go. So, Kicking It with Karen says, what kind of peppers do you plant? What kind of peppers do I not plant? So this year I will be doing jalapenos. So, hello, cinnamon. I have never heard of that use for cinnamon, says Life in the UP. Right? That's like some unknown secret that every gardener should know. It's absolutely fabulous. So, peppers that I plan on planting this year, I usually do Anaheims. That's what you're going to use for like chili rellenos. I do jalapenos. We put those into our salsas and just eat them as poppers. I like ancho peppers. Poblanos are really good. Let's see, my friend Mary, she's got something called Peter peppers, and I probably shouldn't say that because YouTube might get mad at me. So, but they look like little penises, and they are hilarious, and life is too short to be serious all the time, and I like to have fun. So, Mary's Heirloom Seeds, Mary! So, she says definitely use cinnamon. So, Barbara says mind-blowing, and then you are fine. Thank you. I'm kind of on the edge of inappropriate at times, and like I said, I like to have fun in life. So North Star Prep Setter said never heard of using cinnamon before. So, and Anaheim, are they the same as green chili from New Mexico green chili? Dang it, I should have looked at, I don't think they're the hatch chilies that you're familiar with. And in fact, hatch chilies is more a location versus a type of pepper. And the state of New Mexico has actually gone to suing individuals for using that hatch term. So yeah, hatch are different than Anaheim. I have Big Jim, and I have, dang it, it starts with an S. I should have looked in my freezer because I've got like 40 pounds of peppers frozen in my freezer right now. But I actually bought those from the 4-H kids because they were doing a fundraiser. So let's see, what other peppers do I have in here, because I have all sorts. I got this from Baker Creek, and it's pepper cubanelle. These look fun. I'm going to do lots of these this year. Most of my peppers are from Mary. So I've just got a ton of jalapenos. I have a bunch of repeats in here too. We've got habaneros, Tabascos. Tabascos are fun. That was one that Mary hunted down for me. So, let's see. And then this one, it just says chili seeds. So, Serrano, no, it's not the Serranos. Dang it. I'm going to have to go look at that now. So, Linda says, thanks for the cinnamon tip. Oh, you're welcome. I hope that benefits you guys, because that's the whole point of me coming in here and being open and sharing my crazy life, is I'm hoping that it encourages somebody. I hope that I share something of value. So, okay, Kicking It with Karen says, can you link your varieties or list them in the description? But oh, this is cut off. But peppers that actually grow in Minnesota. If you go to Mary's Heirloom Seeds, go through my link, and she has a planting guide that is zone specific. And so she would definitely be the one to ask as far as what you could grow in your particular zone, because I'm not an expert in all gardens. So cubanelles are good. They taste like bell peppers, but more prolific. Thank you for that, Moonchild. I haven't grown them, so I'm excited. I got them when I went to Baker Creek last year for their spring planting festival. So Kicking It with Karen says, I'm going to Mary. Thank you. So I know she appreciates it, and so do we. So, but she'll definitely be the one to be able to help you out, because I know how to plant in my area, and I know what works for me, but that necessarily may not hold true for everybody else. So that's really all I had today, guys. I wanted to show you my ghetto seed sorting, seed holding method here. I wanted to show you how I start my seeds, and I'm glad that I shared that cinnamon tip, because that is a useful tip. So Suburban Hillbilly says, I love poblanos. Just a little spice makes delicious stuffed peppers. I like poblanos too. Those are one of my favorites. We use them in pozole. And I've got, we butchered a pig this year, and we butchered a pig last year, and we've got lots of pork in our freezer, and that is one of our intended uses. And in fact, we made a huge batch of pozole recently with one of our pigs. So delicious, and poblanos go in there. So Kicking It with Karen says, thank you for your knowledge. Life in the UP says, thanks. I love the cinnamon tip. Very nice. I'm glad I passed something along that can help you guys. So we shall see you later. Please check out my other videos. I've got quite the lineup now. So if you would go back and check out some other, I've got some gardening tips, I've got lots of homesteading tips, I've got lots of DIY body care product tips. So, and I shall see you guys later. Thanks for joining me. Hope you have a great evening. We'll talk later. Bye.